Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind. The last time we left off we were just about to level up, and for that we need to find a bed to rest in. And I know just the place. Hello.
I've heard a lot about you, Outlander. Go ahead.
Are you looking for me? You want to join the Mages Guild? Sure. Yes, you look like the sort we could use in the Mages Guild. Will you take the Mage's Oath and join the guild? Let's hear it first. What is the Mage's Oath? Perform any duties assigned to you by the masters of the guild. Learn from them and grow strong. Always share your knowledge freely with other guild members. Never strike or steal from another guild member. Does this appeal to you? Yeah, sure. That sounds reasonable. Yes, I would like to join. You are now a member of the Mages Guild. Welcome, associate. When you are ready, you can ask for duties to perform, and once you are ready, you can ask me about advancement in the guild. Let's start with advancement. You meet our requirements in Oriel, but you have not yet completed the duties expected of an apprentice. Yeah, I thought so. Any duties for me? I don't have any duties for an associate. Speak with me again when you have proven yourself. In the meantime, speak with Ajira. I believe she may have some small tasks for you. Okay. I'll do that, but first, you mentioned requirements. What are those? The Guild of Mages only accepts candidates of keen intelligence and dominant will. Candidates must exhibit mastery in the great schools of magic: destruction, alteration, illusion, and mysticism. Candidates must also display practical knowledge of enchantments and alchemical processes. We do have some of those skills, but not all, and I believe my willpower must be around 30, I think, so it's one of those things that will become a problem soon if I want to advance in this guild. Anyway, let's hear the rules. Do you have any specific rules? Perform any duties assigned to you by the masters of the guild. Learn from them and grow strong. Always share your knowledge freely with other guild members. Never sacrifice. Yeah, it's the same as the oath we have taken earlier. You have any spells? What's your rank in Oriel? No, sorry. Later perhaps, when you're higher rank, but not now. Okay, so I'm basically nobody in the guild at the moment. But I see we have a Mages Guild supply chest over here, which we are now going to raid. We have some 45 willpower, which is awesome because I can advance in the guild by drinking those, I think, maybe. Standard restore magicka, sure, I'll take it. CV intervention, divine intervention, yes. Special flora of Tamriel, maybe I'll read it later. A bunch of soul gems, which is great, and a scroll of Daidine's Panacea, which cures common disease on self. I'll take one of those. So let's go ahead and take a look at our Mages Guild faction information in this in the character record. So I am an associate, and to advance I need intelligence and willpower. And luckily I have this ring that fortifies my willpower, so maybe that won't be such a problem after all. And we need alchemy, mysticism, illusion, alteration, destruction, or enchant. And for the next rank we need one of them at 10. We easily have that. So let's not worry about it for now. But the reason I joined right now is to be able to sleep. And here are the dormitories, and I believe I am allowed to use them, maybe. I'll save for to be safe. Yeah, I can use them. Great. Let's see. It's 9 p.m. so let's wait until 6 a.m., which is 9 hours, I think. Yes. And this is our new level. You have ascended to level 2. You realize that all your life you have been coasting along as if you were in a dream. Suddenly, facing the trials of the last few days, you have come alive. And we have 3 little things to put into our abilities, and I will start with strength because that's my main damage output, and it's at 30, which is atrocious. So let's put 2 points into that. And personality has a 3-point multiplier, so let's choose that. And finally, let's put the last point into luck, because luck affects everything.
All right then, I'm listening.
So we are level 2 now, and we have 41 health, which is a little bit better than what we had before, even though I don't quite know what we had. Although I believe every level we receive 1 hit point per every 10 points of endurance, so we probably received 6 hit points this level, so I must have had 35 before. Okay. Yeah? What can you tell me? You're a new face. What can I tell you about Balmora? We have heard this introduction before. Let's hear about what rumors and secrets she can tell us. Yeah, we heard about this Kamanatong involvement in the Lalu Council, which is very interesting. A little secret, perhaps? Yeah, we know that. Do you have any advice? Don't be afraid to invest in armor. Even if you carefully avoid close combat like a smart spellcaster, things go wrong, and armor can save you your skin when the unexpected happens. By the way, I forgot to mention that if you hear any noises in the background, those are likely made by the parrot that I have here. I don't usually record during the day like I do now, so he's usually asleep when I am recording, but right now he's very active. I would introduce him to you, but he doesn't really have a name. Okay, what else can we ask about Sealed Strider service? Selvis Herald runs the Sealed Strider port on the southwest side of town. We already know that, as we just ran past it when we came to the city. Fares vary depending on distance. From here in Balmora you can travel to Seydonin and Aldrun. From Seydonin you can travel to Vivek. From Aldrun you can travel to Gnesis, Kul and Morgan. This is not quite accurate, but okay. Let's see, what else can you tell us? Duties? Yeah, speak with the Jira. Yeah, we know that. Do you have any spells for me, perhaps? There's a bunch of destruction spells right there, but we are not using destruction. Although we could buy some of them for enchanting. So I will first give her a bit of a bribe, and then we can buy some spells at a discounted rate. Let's buy a shock spell, and yeah, paralysis sounds good. Fire and frost, sure. Poison, yes, definitely. What else? Bound, dagger, helm, longbow. No, not really interested. Okay, I think that's it here. Let's check out the other guys in the guild, if I can leave this room, maybe. Perhaps. Could I? No, I see, not really. Okay. Nothing that interests me at the moment.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
I need some spells. Let's bribe him up. Come on. Take it. He's tough to bribe. Come on. Oh. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Leave it at that. Let's see if he has any new information for us. Yeah, we already know that. Little advice. Learn the Mark, Recall, Levitation and Open spells. Mark and Recall are essential for any long distance travel. There are plenty of places you can get to without levitation. You can't get to without levitation. And treasure does you no good if it's behind a locked door or in a locked chest. That's very, very good advice. I need all of those spells, actually. Do you have any secrets for us? Everybody can learn a few spells. You don't need to be a wizard to cast spells. It makes life easier. And when you learn a spell, practice. It's the only way to learn, and it helps to pass the time. That's also good advice. Although it's not the only way to learn, because we could also pay a trainer to teach us. Do you know anything about this soul sickness thing that we have heard about? It's strange, isn't it? Lots of people I know are having bad dreams, seeing strange visions, acting funny. The tribunal temple just goes on and on about sin and wickedness, but they're just religious fanatics. It is odd, though. Wonder if it has anything to do with all the blight storms this year. Yes, it would seem so. I heard similar things from an Ashlander guy. So that must have some truth behind it. Okay, let's take a look at those spells that he has. Let's check that out. Bunch of charm and calm spells. That costs a lot. I'm not buying that one. Anything else? Water walking, water breathing. Yeah, maybe I'll buy them. Yeah, sure. Ah yes, unduces open door. That's a basic spell everybody needs. Levitate, yes, I'll take that. Even though we probably can't cast it because it's one of the more powerful spells in the alteration school, and we don't really have an alteration proficiency. Shield spells, not interested. Summon spells, not interested at the moment. No. Okay, that's it here. Do you have any spells, maybe?
Do you need something?
Yes. Will you take some of my money, please, so I can buy cheaper from you? Soul trap, very needed. Good to have. Nothing else here. What can you tell us anyway? Any rumors? Yeah, we heard that. Little advice: buy a spell of every type that you can find. This will give you the best options later when you're creating your own custom spells. Yes, and we shall create our own custom spells. A little secret, maybe? If someone attacks you first, you have the right to defend yourself. Yeah, we know that. Okay. What else? What do you think of outlanders like me? An outlander is anyone born and raised outside Morrowind. Most Dunmer think anyone who isn't a native-born Dunmer is an outlander. Dunmer with Western words and ways are also immediately identified as outlanders. Dunmer are very sensitive to accents, clothes, and manners in Morrowind. Outlanders are foreigners, and Morrowind doesn't like foreigners. It's not bad here in Lalu territory, but on the rest of Wardenfell, folk are very cool to outlanders. I don't quite know what to think about these Lalu guys yet, because it seems like that on the surface they are quite Western friendly, but the rumors we hear about their councillors are pointing in the opposite direction with their involvement with the Kamenetong, very right-wing extremist organization. So let's ask about foreigners. Most native Dunmer don't like foreigners. The Dunmer are a proud people, and they look down on other races and cultures. They particularly dislike Outland Dunmer, Darkas born and raised to imperial ways, who don't know what it is to be a Dunmer born and bred. Foreigners can be accepted in Morrowind and adopted into the great houses. There's even a Nord on the House Lalu Council, but it isn't easy. It takes time and effort to win a native's trust. Okay. What do you think about the Imperial cult? Yeah, I think we have heard that before. Okay. What's your trade, by the way? I'm a guild guide. I can teleport you to various destinations for a modest fee. That's awesome. Let's hear more about that. I can teleport you instantly from the Mages Guild here in Balmora to the Vivek Mages Guild, or the Aldrum Mages Guild, or the Kaldor Mages Guild, or the Cedric Mora Mages Guild. That's really great. Yeah, as you can see, it costs 8 coins to teleport us across the whole island of Wardenfell, so that's actually really cheap, and it's the fastest way to travel. Did I look at your spells? Yes, I did. Okay. So you must be a Jira.
Sarah?
Yes. What brings you to Ajira's shop? Do you want duties from Ajira? Do you want the local brews, or help in a fight? Some Telvanni bug mask, or a way to reach the high places? What high places? What are you talking about? Yes, Ajira knows you have the... what do you call it? The curiosity. Yes, Ajira likes to reach all the high places too. And Ajira has just the potion for you. A potion of rising force. That's great, but we already know the levitation spell. How can you help us in a fight? Ajira sells potions of restore health for when you are bleeding, and potions of restore fatigue when you are weary. Okay, what's this Telvanni bug mask that you mentioned? Ajira does not like the Telvanni, but even Khajiit like the smell of bug musk. Try some and smell how all the men like you. Yeah, maybe. Although I don't think I need it actually. We are doing fine without it. What are the local brews? Yes, Ajira sells Maste, Grief and Sujama. They make you as strong as Kakuti and half as smart. Puts hair on your face. I'm not sure I want that actually. Okay, let's ask her about duties. Yes, Ajira has duties for you. Before Ajira can be a journeyman in the Mages Guild, Ajira must study local mushrooms. Okay. To finish Ajira's report, Ajira needs samples of Luminous Rusula, Violet Coprinus, Bungler's Bane, and Hypha Fascia. Ajira knows you can find all of these on the Bitter Coast. The easiest way is to go south along the river Odai until you see a wooden bridge across the river. Get out of the river there and find a path west of the hills. And we have written these instructions down in our journal, so we can take a look at that when we need it. The river Odai, is that the river that crosses Balmora? The Odai is the river here in Balmora. Goes right through the middle of the town. Okay. So tell me a bit about these mushrooms. How can I recognize them? Rusula comes from a short, smelly toadstool, which is brown on top. Okay, so we need a brown toadstool. Violet Coprinus. Coprinus comes from a long-stemmed toadstool. Comes from long-stemmed toadstools, which glow blue at night. Okay, so glowy toadstools. Bungler's Bane. It grows on trees and sometimes on other things. It looks like the tree has brown shelves. Ajir warns you not to eat Bungler's Bane. Okay, we won't eat it. Hypha Fascia looks much like Bungler's Bane and grows like a shelf on trees and other things. Hypha Fascia is safe to eat, but make sure it is not Bungler's Bane. You know, we don't have a lot to go on because you did not tell us how to differentiate the two. You just told us that it looks much like one looks much like the other. So that doesn't really help us, you know. But fine, we'll look for these. Okay, did she have any spells? Maybe. No spells. Okay. So we are hunting mushrooms. I guess we are moving up in the world because so far we had no job and now we have petty errands. Hello.
Yes, stranger?
Step right up, Honoriel, and look over my collection of scrolls. How about a fleshy and cheap Taldam's Scorcher to burn your foes, or Undish's Unhinging to open stuck chests and doors? If you're going somewhere dangerous, try some scrolls of vitality and vigor to restore your health and fatigue. If you're in real trouble, you will want AlmCV intervention or divine interventions spells or scrolls to transport you instantly to the nearest temple or nearest imperial shrine. Okay, that's good to know that all those things you have available here. And after we bribe you up a little, we'll take a look at those. Come on, take it. Take the money. Okay. Do you have any rumors? Yes. The Legion champion Larius Varro over at Moonmoth Legion Fort has sworn an oath to stop corruption. He hasn't had much luck going through official channels. The syndicates have got their people covered, coming and going. He'll never get anywhere working through the system. He's going to have to find someone who can get him around the system, or through the system, like straight and hard through the system. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe we could look for him later. He's a Legion champion and he wants to take down the syndicates, it looks like. Like maybe the Kemenatong or the Thieves Guild, I'm not sure which one, but we'll find out about it when we get there. Do you have a little advice? If you want to talk about an enchanter about enchanting, try Geller Rolthan at the Telvanni Council House. He's not a stiff shirt like a lot of the Telvanni wizards, and he knows his stuff. We might do that, but I think we'll just have to find out how this enchanting works first. Or maybe he can tell us that, but I'm sure we can figure it out on our own. Do you have a little secret? Yes, I know that already. Anything else? Let's ask her about her trade. I am an enchanter. I enchant things and sell them. I have scrolls which are cheap, but only work once, and enchanted items which work over and over again, but which are not cheap. I also make my enchanter's lab available to those who want to enchant items, but who can't afford the expense of building and maintaining a lab. I charge for the service, of course, but you must provide the items, soul gems, and magic effects. I also buy and sell enchanted weapons, enchanted armor, and enchanted clothing. So let's take a look at what you're selling actually. You have a bunch of soul gems which are great, and I would buy some of these, but they are not actually cheap. Maybe we'll buy this one. It's a skeleton warrior, which I believe is a pretty good quality soul, but it's still pretty cheap regardless. I'll sell these scrolls that we no longer need. Do you buy oh no, never mind, I might need those torches actually. Okay, so 186, let's go with it's bugged. I need to I can just hold down and decrease. I need to click every time I want to decrease it. It's a pain. Okay, that works. And we might as well try to enchant something, but I will save first, because this is a risky thing to try on your own. And I see that I don't actually have a restore spell here, restore health spell here, so I will need to buy that as well, because I want to make an amulet that restores my health when I'm in trouble. Okay, but for now I will save the game here, and when we come back next time I might try this enchanting business, and then we are going to look for mushrooms around the Bitter Coast. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. See you around.